My name is Levi Nichs, and I identify as a dog. I am raising this beard brush as a point of privilege. What is Canada doing? This can't be real. This is a comedy skit. This can't be real.
Thank you, Delegate.
Oh my God. You know, some people can smell what The Rock is cooking, but she can hear what The Rock is cooking.
Shots fired!
My God, her cousin must be Dumbo. I thought my ears were bad. Why does this look like a Hitler haircut? Like, what is she listening to? She can hear everything. She can hear an echolocation. You know, she can hear what you're thinking. You know what I mean? Like, I heard somebody whisper across the room and she heard him.
There's a point of privilege on microphone 1, then we'll go to microphone 3. Go ahead, Delegate.
Yes, hello. I was standing here with my gender equity card before.
My gender equity card.
You called on the previous speaker. That's my point of privilege that I would like to raise.
I will explain the speaking order, which is fixed, that I cannot amend, which is the pro-con rotation. You can move yourself.
Ah, the pro-con rotation. Yeah, I learned that one in jazz school and study.
Up a
I learned that one in Berkeley.
line that you're standing in.
I am pro, and I was.
We went.
You went pro, con.
We went pro-con, pro, and my plan was to go con. The speaker at con mic 3 also has a speaking card.
Yesterday, this card was used in an inappropriate manner. And while I understand in Ontario we note this as equity, even if that, this was also used inappropriately in terms of gender. I want everyone to be mindful that these cards for individuals like myself who identify as a Black woman have no value outside of this space.
Oh my God. What is the liberal left doing? Is this what it would be like if the world was taken over by liberals? Is this the utopia they want? I am raising my point of privilege. This is the dumbest thing, bro. Since the triangular wheel, this is the dumbest thing I have ever seen.
Microphone 2, are you on this resolution?
Yes.
Microphone 2, please.
My name is Mastura Tasneem. My pronouns are she, they. I'm from Ontario.
She, they. So you're singular and I've never understood the they, them stuff. You know, like how are you a plural? How are you multiple people? How are you with they? It makes no sense to me.
Hello, bonjour. As we conduct this convention today and the past 2 days.
Still wearing diapers on their faces. This is crazy work. What's going on in Canada?
Right now, there's discussions of 10,000 American men and women being sent to Iran, being deployed, just to be part of this bloodbath. Canada cannot and will not be part of the legacy of blood that was built in Iraq, in Palestine, and now in Iran. This is a no.
Boot up then, honey. You know what I'm saying? Boot up. Strap the boots on. Take a flight over. You know what I mean? Go help them out. Canadian Special Forces, you know what I mean? Go do it.
No question debate. I call this question, Madam and Chairs. Thank you.
She's getting claps for that. She should be getting booed. I'm speaking from a point of privilege. You're an idiot.
Your point's quite well made, Speaker. I'll again thank delegates not to call me Madam Chair or Madame la Présidente. I'm a non-binary person. My pronouns.
You can't make this crap up, dude. I asked you guys not to call me a female. I got this really ugly haircut with a receding hairline and Dumbo ears, so you guys would notice that I was not binary. Hit her right in the they, thems, didn't they?
Are they, them, and their? Chair is sufficient.
Let me run that back. There's a dude in the back that stands up.
Madame la Présidente. I'm a non-binary person. My pronouns are they, them, and their. Chair is sufficient.
Yeah, you tell them. It becomes. This is what it. I'll get into in a second. I'll play this clip.
And with regret, you've spoken to the resolution. It's not open to you to also call the question. If the question is the will of the House, someone else must call it because we heard from you in substantive debate.
Okay, I was not aware.
Weird rule. Microphone 4.
Oh my God. Here's the problem. This chick is up there, you know, stating her piece or whatever. And this chick tries to throw a trump card to be like, actually, I'm higher on the moral chain than you are. And dude, it just becomes the complainer Olympics and the victim Olympics. Like, who's the biggest victim here? Is it you? Is it me? Like, she like one-upped her on the victimness. This is crazy to me. Don't call me Madam Chair. This guy right here, he's like, what in the F have I walked into? This is crazy. This is wild to me that this is like an actual thing. This is what nightmares are made of right here, dude.
I see that we are 1 minute ahead of schedule, and so I'm going to get out of here.
I'm going to get out of here. And dude, I know I got some Canadians that watch, like, is this you guys? Is this what it's all about? Winnipeg?
The balloting co-chairs are returning, I believe. Now balloting co-chairs. There is a point. Let's hear the point on microphone 1.
I'm sorry, just real quick, point of personal privilege. I understand there's very little time and for delegates to speak, but early on the mic, it's hard as a racialized and transgender delegate to sometimes use this card and speak up, speak to somebody in front of me.
No, you're a man. You don't get to use the card. I thought it was only for women.
In line and ask, hey, this pertains to multiple intersecting parts of my lived experience. I'd like to speak. I was rejected when I talked. And it's frustrating when these are my rights being directly under attack right now in Alberta, and that a cisgender woman.
What I'll never understand is these people are like, I'm being attacked, I'm being this. You're a fat dude wearing a dress. It seems like you're just fine. I don't see a lot of battle scars on you. You know, the only thing that's hurting right now is probably your blood pressure. Shots fired! I don't see anything that's going on right now that's like nobody's trying to hurt you. You seem just fine. You seem safe to me.
Had spoken over me, and I understand her rights are important too. This pertains to
And thank God Trump made it a law. There's only 2 genders. I'd be getting canceled right now.
Her too, but I don't know. I hope that in the future the federal NDP will also have a broader interpretation of the equity cards for speakers. That's all. Thank you.
I will invite
Just asking for a broader definition. Just complaining that it's not broad enough. It's just never good enough, right?
delegates to assist me in better using the card by forming a straight line behind
Straight. I don't even like to use the word straight. Assist line.
the microphone with a prominently displayed equity card. If I see speakers ahead of you who are not holding a card prominently, it would be wrong of me to guess about their gender identity, and I will come to you. This applies so far according.
Bro, I swear to God, them ears about to make you fly away, honey. One gust of wind hits too hard and she's gone in the wind. I'm running against the wind. Bet her dad was a parachute. It's like, what is this? God. Now, I've heard that your ears do get bigger as you age. But good Lord, did the genetic gods did not bless this woman at all. Or sorry, I'm gonna call you a woman.
To your rules for gender identities other than a dude, but it is open to us to change our rules as we like as we move forward into the bright and golden future. Thank you, friends. Let's hear the balloting co-chairs.
Thank you, friends. This is getting claps. This is like people are happy about this.
I'm directed to a point on microphone 3.
Point of information, I'm not sure if it's appropriate for me to bring a point of privilege around an emergent issue with some job loss in my workplace.
If it is impairing your ability to participate in the meeting, it is a correct point of privilege. If you'd like an announcement to be made from the stage, we can arrange for that, and then the delegates can hear it from here. Not right now.
So, okay, bring it.
The mental gymnastics that this takes to even know what's a point of privilege. What are we even doing, bro? I got to look up some more clips. The NDP conference. Oh, I think I had one pulled up. Here we go. Where was it at? Where's this guy at? Okay, we've reacted to that one. In the meantime, go download free cash, brother man. This is where you can get some free cash, dude, on me, bro, on me. So it's an easy way to make a little bit of extra money. You scan the QR code there. You can download the app. You can play mobile games for free. For absolutely free. And then you get paid for playing the mobile games.
That was just...
So, oh, here's this young man right here. Here's this young guy. So download that. You get $5 on me, and then the link is also in the description. So love you guys. Let's get back off into this craziness. Argument breaks out at the NDP convention after they planned a tribute to Jagmeet Singh.
My name is Nicholas Torno. I come from
My name is Bernie. My name is Burby. My name Picky Slim.
Kingston in the Islands. My pronouns are he, they. And
Wait. He, they. How?
And I have a question about the video we just watched, the tribute to Jagmeet Singh. I want to know how much money it cost. I want to know how much time it wasted out of the convention. And I want to know who decided on it.
S'il vous plaît.
Hi, Thatcher Ethan from Scarborough North.
Oh, he just got nexted. They don't even care.
Rising on a personal point of privilege, that comment that was just made is absolutely unacceptable. I'm in my house of party where I belong as a racialized person, and we paid a tribute that is incredibly fitting for an incredible leader. And that comment is so harmful in this space.
We got to get to a point where we stop saying things are offensive and just start saying, hey, you're offended. Like, I get it, dude. Like, you may think it's offensive, but you just got offended. That's all it is.
I think the people that are here, that are racialized, that are people that have not ever been seen before, deserve this.
You're all seen. A lot of y'all big backs.
Big back.
The buckaroons. A lot of y'all been seen and heard. And hear you before you see you.
Space and our leader that looked like us and changed the politics for us as New Democrats, as Canadians, as Ontarians, as people from all across this world, as people that have survived genocide, deserve goddamn respect in this house.
Thank you, delegate.
They always get so mad. They always get so mad. They will never forget this going on 65 years federally. In April 2025 federal election, the NDP under Jagmeet Singh suffered a historic defeat, losing 17 seats and dropping from 24 just to 7 seats in the House of Commons. This result, the worst in the party's history, meant they lost official party status, and Singh lost his own seat in BC, the British Columbia seat losses. The party went from 24 seats to 7 seats, losing 10 to the Conservatives and 7 to the Liberals. Popular vote. The party garnered 6.3% of the, I don't know why they did it, a space there, whatever, of the popular vote, the lowest since its founding in 1961. Leader seat, Jagmeet Singh lost his seat in Burnaby Central and subsequently resigned. Regional losses, the NDP, I just keep thinking double penetration. Lost significant support in Ontario and BC, winning only a few seats in each, and they failed to gain traction in Atlantic Canada. The party fell short of the 12 seats needed for official party status. I mean, he sounds like he was a little bit of a loser. Oh my God, somebody says, get in, loser. We're going to grind the NDP into fine powder and salt into the earth. What is going on with this? This is wild to me. This just proves I have a theory here that as long as you're the one complaining, you're always going to be right in today's society. I don't understand why it seems like you can just, as long as you're the loudest one complaining and virtue signaling and acting like you have a moral hierarchy or you're a humanitarian, you're always going to be seen as correct. Like this is the world we live in now. Luckily, this is Canada, but I believe this has probably been parts of the country in U.S. as well.
It's a point of...
Go ahead.
It's got a point of privilege. The microphones seem really low today. It's hard to
Oh my God.
hear everyone at the mic. Between the background noise and the volume in here with the microphones, it's really hard to hear. And the closed captioning also is slower to make it hard to keep up with what's going on.
Thank you, delegate.
I have a hearing impairment and I'm struggling to hear the delegates, and I know that you are too.
You have a hearing impairment? Boy, got those big old ears and you can't even hear? There ain't no way. There is no way. It's like having big eyes and being blind, you know what I mean? It's like having the world's longest tongue, but you can't taste food, you know what I mean? It's like having the world's biggest mouth and you can't speak. You can't hear. I think she's lying. There's no way you can't hear.
You're a liar!
You can hear what the Rock is cooking.
Some order. We'll hear from the delegate on microphone 1, please.
I did want to bring attention to the fact that a fellow delegate is holding the gender parity card.
Let's take the microphone to that delegate. We'll hear from them right now.
Say, hey, they have a point of privilege. I don't.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Big back, big back.
Let's hear what you got to say.
She, her.
My pronouns are she, her, elle in français. It's gonna be really hard to follow Rob Ashton. Amazing speaker. We are a working class party. I think most of us in this room are behind that, and while we can debate on the specific words and who is and isn't included, I think our Constitution needs to recognize that, and I also recognize there is, I'm sorry, I'm speaking way too fast. Let me slow down for the closed captioning. I'm so sorry, I get excited.
It's a point of privilege. The closed captions for this convention are running between 6 and 10 seconds behind. So it's just a request for the chairpersons to be aware, and when you move to a vote, I'm still reading the debate. So if we could just take a little pause, that would be appreciated.
Okay.
Yes, bonjour, hi. My name is Parker Tian. I'm representing Vancouver Quadra. Just to reply my Franco comrades' prior point of privilege earlier, as you can see, I do have one of the translating device. However, I'd like to raise this to the chair's concern that the sign-out process for this device is not necessarily the best because it requires you to fill the form and give a piece of your ID, and most people don't even know where to get it, which is behind the registration table. And also, like, they don't have enough pens when we're there, so there was a very long line up. Also, for the device itself, because it's using infrared technology, you have to kind of like position it so it can receive.
Oh my dude, this can't be real. This can't. Is this a real convention, chat? Like, some of you guys that are in Canada, is this a thing? This is a Monty Python sketch, bro.
Burnaby North Seymour, pronouns he, him. Point of information.
What information do you seek, delegate?
Can I ask an election about, or can I ask a question about executive elections to the chair?
As I understand it, what more election results we have are going to be announced at the end of the day.
I have a point of information for the elections committee.
The elections committee has gone to do balloting and they're not available to answer your questions.
Thank you, Chair.
Sorry. Microphone 4, are you on a point?
Point of order, Robert Alley, he, they. My understanding as an equity-seeking delegate is that these cards are to help the chair hear equity-seeking persons and that we don't only hear from white male delegates. Now, this is my first convention, so I could be wrong, but the reason for my concern is that yesterday during the housing resolution, after a white man spoke, someone at this mic waved their equity card only to give their speaking spot to a white man. Now that white man being a leadership delegate notwithstanding, I had lined up for a long time to discuss the housing resolution, like many others, including my fellow delegate, Akua. I just want us as a body to understand the spirit of these cards, because we are a party governed by processes and not by any sort of shock doctrine. Like I said.
Oh my God, this is insane. And y'all want to call, and people want to say conservative people are crazy. People want to say stuff like, you know, conservatives are radical. If anything, just what I'm seeing here is insanity. Like, you can't make this stuff up.
My pronouns are.
This stuff is. They're gonna be. There's gonna be so many skits that come out of this. SNL's probably gonna cook them alive. I think Drewski should do a skit on this one, right? This is wild to me. This is wild to me that they're doing this. I am raising this beard brush as a point of privilege. Oh my God. Like, I don't know. This is like the degenerate Olympics. I don't know what this is. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't even know what's going on. This dude walked around and asked these guys how would they fix Canada.
This is Max Jeanette reporting from the RBC Convention Center here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. This is the very place where the NDP, the New Democratic Party of Canada, is having their convention right now.
Oh, that's what it stands for. I didn't even know.
Let's go and ask some attendees some questions. Let's go. If you could fix one thing in Canada like that, what would that be?
Oh my gosh. There's so many things. Ah, man. Proportional representation.
I'd snap my fingers and all the chuds would be woke.
All the chuds would be woke?
That's very funny. I would say expanding universal health care to cover prescription
Expanding universal health care to cover prescription drugs.
drugs, to cover mental health care, to cover dental care.
A living wage.
To reduce a little bit the taxes.
Reducing taxes?
Taxes.
Taxis?
Yeah.
Yeah, you threw me off with that one.
Like reducing the amount of taxis?
Yeah, the taxes is, for my opinion, the taxes is high. Like after working in your paycheck, the taxes is higher.
Oh, you mean like?
Oh my God.
Taxation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Greater funding for public health care.
There's too many problems to name one.
Too many problems to name one.
Big bag.
Dude is as big as a bus. Look like Dr. Robotnik.
Name one.
Tax reform? Okay. Housing. Proportional representation.
Why is it always just about representation?
Probably we need more housing, free tuition.
Proportional representation. Electoral reform.
Is that the what is going on? Is this like the buzzword that they teach you at the door? Just everybody say proportional representation.
I have no idea.
Get rid of liberals and conservatives.
Honestly, like rewrite all of it. It's like honestly.
Also lower the voting age. Just electoral reform in general. Our system is terrible.
16. Lower it down.
I think lower than 16. But
I think 16. You don't want to go lower than that.
If I could fix one thing in Canada?
Yes.
That would be to take power away from corporations and give it back to the people.
Now, unfortunately, I did not spot any NDP MPs or any prominent person in the NDP. I think because there is a shortage right now.
NDP 6. They ain't doing nothing.
The one person I did spot was Fred Hahn, and I did troll him a little bit.
Oh my God, Jesus. He looks like a Muppet.
But that's about it. Mr. Hahn, who was worse for Canada, Mark Carney or Stephen Harper?
I think it's a tie. They're both bad for Canada.
Out there just trying to light a cigarette. Brother, I had to cover this. I just saw it and was like, this is... I just can't believe it. I just can't. We have a mental health crisis, especially in Canada. The NDP, Victim Olympics. See, the problem is this will be the downfall of society if it actually reaches America, because it gets to a point where if you're mad, you're right. And put a 1 in the chat if you agree. We're getting to a point where if you're mad, you're right. If you're upset, you're right. If you're disgruntled, you're right. If it upsets you, you're correct. To me, that's a very bad thing. Things aren't offensive. Just say that you're offended. That's a big thing, right? You're offended, and that's okay. There's certain things that maybe offend you that don't offend me, and vice versa. That's okay, right? If I see somebody doing something nasty, like Hassan Piker when he was shocking his dog, that offended me. Is it offensive? Maybe not to some people. Maybe some people like shocking their dogs. Hey, to each his own. I can't tell you what to do with your dog. They make those shock collars and they sell them at PetSmart. It is what it is. Now, would I rather people not do it? I'd rather you not do it. But you know what I mean? Some people like to do it. I don't. I love my dog. I teach him. So I get offended by that. Is it offensive? I mean, I guess you could call it that. Some people don't think it's offensive though. Clearly Hassan Piker doesn't, and a lot of his community doesn't. They don't care. They're like, cool, shock the dog, don't care. All right, sweet. But for me, it takes a lot for me to get offended. Chat, what about you guys? It takes a lot for me to get offended. It takes a lot for me to get mad. Politics, bro, you're not going to get me mad. Now, cruelty to animals, cruelty to children, ooh, but that offends me a lot. That offends me a lot. Those are the two that I'm like, I don't play with that, because they're helpless and they're innocent. Children and dogs, innocent, helpless. Just like I think like women are a protected class, I believe that kids and dogs are a protected class as well. Like, we should watch out for them. Like, there was a hungry dog that was running around our neighborhood one time, and I had some extra like, we went out to eat at a chicken spot, some fried chicken, and I had some leftovers. I could have saved it and ate it later. I saw this hungry dog walking. I gave it 6 tenders, and it tore him up. Absolutely tore him up. I felt better doing that than saving it and eating it later when there's a starving dog that I can, directly help. But it becomes this victim Olympics where, as long as you're the most upset and you have the most things wrong with you, you're correct. I had a buddy who works in corporate, and he worked at a land surveying company, one of the big ones. I think it goes by the name of Sam in Texas. They're all in this Zoom meeting. One of the VPs jumps into a meeting, and he's on a hunting trip in like Africa, and he's like showing this animal that he killed and holding its head up, and it's all bloody, and a lot of the team's like, dude, that's badass. But of course, there's one liberal woman that's like, I find that offensive. She complains to HR. He gets in trouble with HR. A week goes by. He's back in the office, and in his office at home, he has taxidermy animals, and he's like, I've had these taxidermy animals in my office for 5 years and nobody said anything. What's going on? And then he met with HR again, and the HR lady was like, well, they were offended that you were killing them and they could see you shooting them and killing them. They don't care if they're on the wall. But when you're killing them, it's like, well, how do you think I got them on the wall? And he asked the HR lady, he's like, well, do I need to take these down? And she's like, no, you don't need to take them down. Unless somebody complains about it, then you need to take them down. So he was like, so the only time it's a problem is if someone complains about it. She's like, exactly. He's like, wow. So you're giving all the power to the people that bitch and moan about stuff. To me, that's a huge problem, bro. Because if you're mad, you're right. What kind of world do we live in where your emotions get to lead things logically? It should never be like that. Logic should always trump feelings and emotions. Facts over feelings. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Facts over feelings. Because the thing is, that's how we learn and grow and have a baseline for what's reality and what's delusion. Because if we just let people lead things with emotion and things that trigger them and their feelings, the world's gonna turn into this NDP convention where I'm operating from a point of privilege. So stupid. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous to me. The fact that this is even a thing and that people take this stuff serious is wild to me. But it just goes to show how it goes to show how far we've gone with this victimization mindset. We're down the rabbit hole now, and it seems like in Canada it's really bad. It's real bad. My whole thing is, dude, do what you want with your life. You want to be unhealthy? Cool. You want to be healthy? Cool. Don't harm children. Don't harm dogs. Don't harm others. Don't harm women. Do the best you can with what you got. Some people are born with disabilities. Cool. I think they should be taken care of by the government. But if you go out there and say you have a disability when you have 2 arms, 2 legs, and can work, bro, I don't care about all that. Go out there and work. There's people that are doing way worse than you working. There's people in third world countries that are missing limbs working. There's people that have no arms raising kids with just legs. Like, you start putting these barriers in front of yourself and you're always going to have them. You got to get out of your own way. This is a Stoic philosophy that I love. But the obstacle is the way, and you got to get out of your own way. Whether you say you can or you can't, you're correct. If you say, I can't do that, you're right. You can't. If you say I can, you can. Before I got any success on YouTube, I was praying and asking the universe and asking God every day, please, Lord, please, let me make my full-time living on YouTube. Let me take care of my family from just YouTube. Let me take care of everything that I need financially from just making content on YouTube. And eventually it happened. And shout out to you guys for that. The people that are subscribed and not even subscribed. I appreciate you guys. But you gotta thank the universe, or if you think, if you're Christian or whatever, you're religious, you can thank, your God, or you can thank the universe for this. Either way, thank them for what you have the opportunity to even do. Stop thinking of all the things you can't do. Start thinking of the things you can do. This is why I say stop being the victim of your circumstances and start being the hero of all your opportunities. So many people use their past as like a crutch. I say use your past as a springboard. I've told you guys I was raised up dirt poor by a single mother on freaking, no, we weren't on Section 8, but we were on food stamps. My mom worked like 2 or 3 jobs. My dad was a degenerate druggie. I was basically raised by my grandparents. I was every single statistic that I should have been a complete degenerate. I should be locked away in prison right now. I was a druggie. I was smoking weed all the time, popping pills, partying, getting drunk, you know, blacking out, waking up and being like, where am I? Where am I? That was me, dude. I was a complete degenerate. Until I finally got to college, got my life together. And this was in high school I was getting in trouble. And I got arrested in college as well. Then I finally got out of college, finally got a good job, started working in corporate sales, got out of corporate sales after the content creation started doing well. I quit my corporate job, which was paying me very well. I was making $130,000 a year base, probably hitting like over $200K a year with sales and commissions. And I was traveling. I got flown out to Australia. I got flown out to Philly, to Las Vegas. I was getting flown out to conventions, meeting people, drinking. Dude, it was fun. It was a great time. But as soon as I started making enough money on YouTube, I could quit. I did. So I could spend more time with Cass, spend more time with my family, spend more time with my dog. So, I don't know. I hate when people just use their past as like, well, it was so sad for me, and you know, my daddy hit me. My dad hit me too, dude. My dad hit me a lot. He hit my mom too. You don't hear me crying about it. I got Loki some sweet potato. Ooh, look at the details on them sweet potatoes. Loki free. Sit. Wait. Free. Go to your place. These are supposed to be only one ingredient, which is sweet potato. He's a full breed, so he has a little bit of an upset tummy. So we've got to be really careful with what we give him. You give him something crazy with a bunch of ingredients, he'll just throw it up. NDP. No double pin. This is crazy, dude. This is wild. I don't even know what to say. Right, Lokes?
Whoa, they do.
But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. Until next time, peace.